So cover letters are becoming less and less used when it comes to the job application process, but the question still remains, so when is it necessary to still use a cover letter? Because let's be honest, in most situations it is still necessary, even though that their use is in decline. So let's talk about that. So the times when using a cover letter is necessary, there's two situations that really come to mind. The first is when the job posting itself says, please apply by sending in your resume and cover letter, or attaching your cover letter and resume. Bottom line is, if the job posting mentions a cover letter and a resume, then you should include a cover letter in your submission to them. The other situation where I'd really suggest including one is if the job posting says applicants can apply by emailing this person at this address. So if there's a specific person there, or even if the profile of the job on whichever posting website, be it LinkedIn or whomever, mentions the recruiter by name or the hiring manager by name, then you should include a cover letter. And the reason why you should do that is that way you can open the letter by saying, Dear John, Dear Tim, whoever that person is, you can address the letter directly to them. And the reason why it's important to include a cover letter in those situations is because it shows that you're paying attention. It shows that you care enough about the job and the organization that you're applying for to actually pay attention to detail and properly address the letter to the person who's going to be reading it. Now, here are some situations where it may not be necessary to include a cover letter. The first is if the job posting explicitly says, please upload your resume. If there's no mention of a cover letter at all, or it explicitly says, please do not attach a cover letter, then it's not necessary. Another situation where it isn't necessary is if there's nowhere to properly attach it or upload it. So sometimes when you go to a job posting on a website, there'll be a field that says upload or attach your resume here, and then it'll say upload or attach your cover letter here. If it specifically mentions specific types of files to upload or attach, like your resume, but then doesn't have an extra field for cover letter, then I would say that you can avoid doing a cover letter in that situation. Now, if it says upload or attach your files here, then when it says files and it's not clear about which one, I would include a cover letter just to be safe. The last situation that I would tell you is not necessary to include a cover letter is if you're running short on time to get your application in and you don't want to be late. Here's the bottom line. Your resume is the most important piece. This is the piece that is going to tell them whether or not you have the skills that is going to bring you to the interview phase of the process. So if you're running out of time, focus on the resume. I know it's not ideal to not send in a cover letter, but a bad cover letter is worse than no cover letter. And you can still apply just the way it is, and you can learn lessons about time management for cover letters next time. The bottom line is this: even if you include a cover letter, most recruiters are actually going to just see that it's there and go straight to the resume and see if you have the right skills. Now, that's why I would say only include one if it's necessary. And here's why. Even if they're going to skip past it, if it's a situation where it was necessary to attach it, they're still going to notice whether or not it was there. Even if it's just that flip second where they're flipping to the next page, and they're going to see, wait a second, there's no cover letter here, and maybe think that you didn't put in enough effort. So if you're in one of those two situations, I would absolutely attach one. If not, then your attention is best served on that resume, because they're going to skip it anyways, and they're going to look straight to the top of the resume where you have that 3.5 to 6 seconds to capture their attention, and make sure that you point out immediately why you're the right person for the job on the top of the resume. Your attention would be better served there instead of a cover letter.